Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is November 12th, it's Sunday, and I hadn't done an update on this in a while, so I thought I would do this and I know we have a lot of new subscribers, and so I wanted to do a tour and explain what we did here. We have a 14 by 40 lofted barn that we turned into our home, okay? So I'll give you the outside tour first. So they actually brought this in, and the machine that they brought this in, and I actually did a video on this, it's over 2 years ago now when they brought it in, and it was actually pretty wild. They brought it in October 2 years ago, and so they rolled this in here, and it was absolutely amazing the way they did it. And initially we put it up on blocks the wrong way, so we had to redo that. But so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of walk around a little bit, talk about the outside first, and then we'll go inside, okay? So as you guys all know, we run on solar, so there's our solar system. We also have a backup generator, which I'll show you in a moment. Back over here behind the solar panels, we have a 330 gallon propane tank, okay? So that propane line actually runs here, and it runs right there into the camper there, and then the other line runs underneath here, and this propane line ends up here. So what we basically do from that point, we have the connection going in, going up into the bathroom, and I'll show you that when we get into the bathroom. And that's how we heat our hot water, okay? But underneath here, let me take this, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that. You probably can't see it too well. But anyway, we got the entire building is up on blocks, and so they're all up on blocks. So the reason that we did that, it is considered a movable structure, so we cannot be taxed on it, okay? So we put skirting around the whole outside, and kind of that gives you here an idea what it looks like. But that's our entrance to get inside if we need to get underneath there. But so we put skirting all the way around the outside of it, okay? So anyway, so here's the backup generator, and that line is plugged in, and I'll show you that inside the house when we go inside. But so that's our backup generator when we're not bringing in enough solar, which would be this time of year. So we do have a rain catchment system, okay? It's a 550 gallon tank, and it catches the rain off the gutters and on the backside as well. And I'll show you here, okay? It comes down, feeds into the tank, it's filtered through here, and then so we store that water here. Now, originally, we were going to use this water. Things changed. We did a little bit something different. And so we ended up, basically I use this for water in the garden and stuff like that. We just access it through the port right there, and we use it for water in the garden, okay? What we have done is over here is the wellhead, and I don't know if you can see the blue cap way back over here, okay? That's the well. There's a line that runs in to here. This is a 1,000 gallon storage tank, okay? And so that feeds into here. That water from here, there's a line that comes underground here, okay? And I can kind of show you. You're going to see right there, it's a tube that comes up, okay? And that feeds it right up into the house. Now that part of it right there is wrapped in heat tape, okay? And that's actually plugged in inside in my bedroom. What that does then, it continues up through here, up into the loft above, and I have a Gould's pump up into the loft that as we need the water, it will just kick the pump on and it pumps the water, okay? So that's how the outside is there. We have on top of here, you'll see it is a metal roof, okay? Really awesome, because you don't have to worry about ever replacing that, which is great. We ended up putting up the gutters I ended up having to put more supports underneath because the weight of the ice and stuff, it just ripped the gutters down. So we ended up having to put extra supports underneath here, okay? So now, so then anyway, the solar goes from here, some lines running underneath, run into this building, which is where we have all of our solar and stuff like that, and I got plenty of videos on that. That feeds out from there, okay, and there's a line, it comes out of there. Now that's all grounded as well. You'll see the grounding rod right here, okay? That's under here, feeds into a pipe here that goes inside the house. And now we'll go inside and I'll show you here. Now we also have the other grounding rod here for the house. Now the reason that this is plugged in here, okay, I'm just going to show you this real quick. This is the outside outlet. That extension cord feeds over in here, which is plugged in, which is keeps the camper going as well. So the camper, we always have that powered up as well, okay? All right, so inside tour. Okay, so we're going to start over here. Here's the panel box, okay? And with the panel box, the way we have our system set up, I can either run on the solar or I can run on the generator, okay? So here's all the different bedrooms and you know, the different, the kitchen area, the bathroom, Eddie's room, Heather's room, okay? So basically, right now I have this bar pushed over this way, which this is the generator side, okay? These top two are basically run everything else, okay? So this one here is now off. We have the solar is running right now, okay? So once my solar gets down to a certain point, I would turn this part off, slide that bar over, go start the generator outside, come back in, kick this on, and that gives us our power. So we can either run off the solar or the generator. So right now we're running off the solar, okay? And that's how our system is designed because of the fact that we're in New York, in the Northeast. Wintertime is brutal, and until I increase the solar system, we're going to have to continue to use the generator. And but like I said, each year gets a little bit better. We use the generator less, and that's the ultimate goal, is just to have it as a complete backup, okay? So that's how we do that. And so then what we have here, this is a foyer basically to catch all, you know, this door, and I never even still haven't taken the plastic off of this door. I thought we might have to have this so that we could close the door because it would be cold and yada yada yada, but our wood stove will heat you out of the house, and we've never actually, even in the middle of winter, ever had to close this door for the catch-all. So I mean, if we had to, we could isolate this area off so that when you came in and out and then come into the house, but we really haven't had to, okay? So in here we just got some cabinets over here that we had put in. Here is basically the kitchen area. So we have our sink, it's a double sink. We have our Berkey water filter. And so what we basically do is I just take water off of here and I'll put it right up into here, and then we filter it, and that's our drinking and cooking water. We wash the dishes with the other stuff and stuff like that, so that's not a problem, okay? Then over here we just have another countertop, a couple more little cabinets, and then we got our pots and pans hung up there, okay? Obviously bread box and stuff like that. Some more cabinets down here, and so then over here we have the wood stove, and yes, I do have it going. It's maybe 38, 39 degrees today, so I got the wood stove going. And then, so somebody had mentioned, what's the pot on there? You're making coffee. No, that pot, we always have water in that pot that helps. When you're burning a wood stove a lot, you're going to get a lot, it'll dry everything out. So you keep a pot of water on at all times to evaporate, and that puts the moisture back into the air. So that's why we always keep a pot on top of the wood stove. Now, wintertime, we will utilize the wood stove to cook, use that all the time. Summertime, we use the gas grill outside for cooking, okay? So that's how pretty much we do our cooking, as far as if we got, you know, and then we have I have a microwave in the camper as well that we can utilize. I have a full-size refrigerator in the camper. I also have a full-size refrigerator here in the house, okay? And so the way that we do this in the house, now, so just got your normal fridge with eggs and milk and all that good stuff in there. So when at nighttime, we shut everything down. So we don't keep anything on at night when we're sleeping. So what I do is I have in the freezer, these here are just ice bottles, okay? So I'll take 2 of these ice bottles and I put them into the fridge and close the door at night, and it just keeps everything really, really cold. And then just when we turn the power back on, we put them back in the freezer, and that's how we do it, okay? So then, obviously storage stuff there. We got a little nook up here that there's your toilet paper, Kleenexes, soap, toothpaste, and stuff like that. On the other side up here, we have paper towels, obviously. So then in here, this is Heather's room. So I just did her laundry. They're at their mom's. I got to go pick them up today. But so this is her bedroom, and she's got her bookshelf over here. She's got a little closet there where she can hang up some stuff, and so that's her area. And then we have stairways here going up, and that leads up to the loft, and that's where Eddie sleeps, up in the loft. Now we keep that sheet up there because all that heat rises and it gets really hot for him. So with the sheet there, it cuts down on all that heat going in there. Underneath the stairs here is just storage, so we've got a lot of long-term food storage underneath the stairs here, and that's completely full, as you can see. So got a lot of stuff there. So that's where they sleep. Then we'll go into here. We have composting toilet in the bathroom, and there's Mr. Buddy. Well, would you like some water? This cat likes to drink out of the sink, so I have to turn the water on for him, and he likes to have his water out of the sink. Okay, so anyway, so got the fan here for when we're taking a shower. It vents that all outside. Hot water on demand unit here. So the propane line comes up into the hot water on demand unit, heats up our water, and then over here we have a stand-up shower. Okay, so that's how that goes there. Watch, now he's going to go into the sink and he's having a drink. And that's one of my crazy cats. He likes to drink the water out of the sink. So that's what he's doing. Okay, so then back in here, this is my bedroom. And so that's kind of our tour. We have access to get out of the house with a door back here. And, the front door, obviously. And Heather can get out of her bedroom window if she had to. And Eddie has a window that he could get out of on top as well. So that's kind of it. That's what we turned it. And this was a 14 by 40 lofted barn. It had, so up on top here, the one side was 6 feet, the other side was 10 feet. I think this was the 10 feet side. So we extended it out more, and then we ended up building obviously over the top of here too for the bathroom. So up on top on this end is all storage. So we have a lot of storage stuff all up through here, okay? And like I said, there's actually extra storage on the inside of Eddie's room, and we extended that side as well. So we pulled that out longer, and it was like one side was 10 feet, one side was 6 feet as far as the lofts went. And on both sides we extended them out. We put the stairways in for him and stuff like that as well. And so that's how we did it. We turned, now when we bought this, it didn't have any windows in it, nothing, okay? So basically what we did, I had Kelly, actually one of my subscribers came from the other side of New York. He came over and helped. We got this window, that window, the window here, the one in my bedroom, and the window in the bathroom. We got all those in. Then the electrician had come in and I was helping him a little bit with that. We got everything wired. We used Roxanol insulation and a vapor barrier. And then, you know, we just, for now, we put this up, okay? What I would like to do down the road is a tongue and groove pine, like on everything. I think that would look really pretty to finish it off. Again, those things all come down to time and money. Eventually the floor will also be finished off, but for right now, like I said, like Heather's room's got a rug, and I did tile the bathroom floor, but you know, like I said, everything comes down to time and money, and it's livable. We have everything that we need, and it works out really, really nice, and it's our home, and you know, we have you know, we really don't want for anything. It's warm. We have enough power between the solar and the generator, and so we don't have to worry about that. The kids don't go without that way, and we have internet, and actually I will show you that too. Actually, the internet, we have one of the feeds here that comes through the floor. That one's not hooked up, okay? We have the internet actually is hooked up out into the camper, but it feeds everything in the house as well. And if I wanted to, which, you know, it doesn't really make any difference, the modem and everything is like right there, and that's fed into the other side of the camper. So we do have internet. We do not have cable TV, and some of you may recognize that picture right there from when I was doing my videos in the basement when we lived several years ago in Greece, New York. But so that's how our internet is hooked up. But oh, so here's, I told you guys yesterday I had bought the cat food, and we got all this other cat foods here as well. But I wanted to get more loaded up again. So anyhow, so that's how we do it. And so we have our internet. You know, we have able to make hot water with the propane on demand unit. And like I said, I got a 330 gallon propane tank. Like I said, in the summertime, we cook outside a lot with the grill, and that works fine. I've had no issues with that. We've had that grill for years. We had that when we were living down at the other house, and I can't even tell you how many years I've had that, probably at least 10, and it works out really, really well. So that's how we do it here at the homestead, and but it works out really good. It's a nice home, and here's the thing, guys, that I want to talk about, you know, with this, okay? A lot of people will look at a situation like what we've done here and be like, oh, no, I couldn't do that. But here's the thing is, most people are locked into 30-year mortgages, and if you're lucky, you got a 20-year mortgage, and if you're really lucky, you could do a 15-year mortgage. I bought this building, and it was for 3 years, okay? So it will be paid off, actually next year it will be paid off. Then I have no payment on that at all anymore. So there's a huge, huge difference for me for 3 years as opposed to 30 years, you know, and that's money going back into my pocket and not to somebody else's. Yeah, they hammered me on the interest rate on this. I will be 100% honest. They hammered me really good on the interest rate. But it was worth the sacrifice in the short term for the long-term gain. A lot of people are going with the smaller homes, and like I said, this here is 14 by 40. What would I have done differently? Maybe gone with a 28 foot. That'd be the only difference. And now my thing is zooming in. So, all right. So, listen, I'm going to jump off of here. I hope you've enjoyed the tour, and I will talk to you all later. Remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. And remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Nothing is guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. Okay? I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now. Come on, shut down.